up front here. When we got it, it didn't have the radiator and condenser and all these parts in. They were in the trunk, and luckily they were okay because the track pack on these has a bigger radiator, so that helps a lot. But if you come and look over here, the frame did take a hit, and luckily it wrinkled at the factory wrinkle points. So what we're gonna have to do is pull the frame to the right, and we'll probably have to bend out this bumper bracket. But other than that, when it got in a wreck, I'm guessing the wind blew up the hood because both fenders are pretty damaged up here at the top, and the windshield is cracked on both sides. All right, so the plans for fixing the front end, I think we're gonna keep the stock hood, and we're thinking GT350 fenders and GT350 front bumper, which I think will tie the whole look together, and doing the black vents on the GT hood with the wrapped roof and mirrors. All right, we're gonna go over what's been done to the car, and if you come up to the engine bay here, we have a, shoot, I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. PMAS, let's just say PMAS. All right, we have a PMAS cold air intake. We have Cook's long tube headers right here, and which goes down to a full AWE track exhaust, but he cut out the resonators on the exhaust to go even louder, which is awesome. But we have green valve covers, which y'all have to let us know what you think about that, but I personally do not like the green.
I like it. I think it's cool.
I think we should go like body colored with like black writing.
No, I like the contrast.
Yeah, I don't know, but we have that, and then we have obviously the wrapped mirrors, wrapped roof, and I believe this is, I'm not quite sure which spoiler this is. I want to say MMD, but also American Muscle, and I think that looks really good on the rear end. And you can get a look at the AWE exhaust tips right there, which look amazing. Coming over to the sides, we have 1-inch wheel spacers all around with the black lug nuts, and he's got some pretty big size tires in the back compared to the front. Not sure if we're going to keep that because they're pretty much completely bald. But coming onto the inside, obviously this is the premium, and we have no airbags deployed, and we got the manual, and everything's really clean in here. We won't have to do anything to the interior, but it's also on lowering springs. I'm not quite sure what brand they are yet, and he also painted these calipers green as well. But we'll see what color we're gonna keep it. All right, we're gonna go get the code reader and see what kind of engine codes it is throwing, because it does have a check engine light right now. Catalytic converter. All right, so basically the catalytic converter, they don't have defowlers on the low stream oxygen sensors, and that's what would cause that check engine light. So we need to get defowlers to start. That's bank 1, so that's either the left or right side header. Bank 2, so that's the other one. All right, so that's 2 of the codes.
Full
same thing, 2 lean. That's because of the, so it's all oxygen sensor related.
Gotcha.
So that's not bad. So oxygen sensors, nothing too crazy. So when we started up the car for the first time, I noticed that it didn't quite smell like normal fuel, and so we found the original owner actually and called him, and it turns out this is tuned on E85, which is it's great for him because he lived in Atlanta, but here in Kentucky we have 2 stations within like many hours of here that have E85, and so that's a slight problem. So he said he could send us out the scanner that has the 93 tune, and just depending on if those stations are fairly close and the prices, we may keep it E85, but I'm assuming that we're going to switch it to 93 for the ease of working on it around here. He said he was making around 500 crank, and I didn't quite hear, I think he said like 460 wheel, but I'm not sure. Back here in the trunk we have, this is the one pretty good headlight, and you can see he did, he basically took it apart and blacked out the housings, and it has the Diode Dynamics light kit. And the only thing that's wrong with this one is I'm pretty sure almost every tab is completely broken on it. There's one right there. So we may have to buy a new housing and swap over all the parts, but the other side is what really took the bad hit, and I actually already cut it apart, because what we're going to do is we're going to buy a factory housing, and we're going to put this in it. This is the black painted piece, and we have all the Diode Dynamics pieces right here, and we're going to be able to swap this over into a new housing, and it'll look just as factory as this one, and that way we can retain our aftermarket headlight look without spending the insane amount of money Ford wants for new factory replacements. We probably find a set used on eBay for pretty cheap. Another nice thing about this car is that since it came from State Farm, they included all the hardware, nuts and bolts, and everything that we need for the front end. And these are very hard to find on the Ford website, and they're very expensive. That all adds up. So this will be really nice to put everything back together.
So up there you can see the lowering springs, which are blue. Down here you got the contrast with the green calipers, which is peeling off because it was just a rattle can job. It's got drilled and slotted rotors. And you can see here that well, that's probably just from the Copart lot sitting there, but we're pretty sure that he was off the road when the wreck happened, and you can see some of the curb rash there. Probably maybe when he hit the guardrail or something. I don't know how that'd get on the inside, but
Yeah,
you can,
sure.
if you want to come all the way back to the rear here, you can see the forklift guys kind of scraped it up a little bit under here when they were loading it. And chunked a little bit of piece off there.
We got the long tube headers here, which look really good. And other than, it looks like he did a little custom fab work because it is missing a bolt on both flanges. Come back, we got the AWE H pipe. And right there is where resignators are supposed to be for the track exhaust, but he has cut those out and made it a full straight pipe. And there's the tag for the AWE track exhaust.
So thank you for watching our introductory video on the GT. I got something on my face there. There we go. Hold on.
This is gonna be a fun project.
There we go.
This is my dream car. I have a Mustang and I fixed an ST. I'm a huge Ford guy, and I think this is going to be fun, and I'm here to convert him into the muscle car world. Yeah, it'll be exciting. Stay tuned, and I think we're going to make this car look pretty sick nasty. So,
yep.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.